Your mind, your greatest asset, is capable of tremendous things. It can elevate you to heights you never imagined. It can create success and joy, but it can also drag you down into depths of self-doubt, insecurity, and fear. What you think about, you become. Every single day, your mind is shaping your destiny, either for the better or for the worse. The power of the mind is not just a phrase, it's a truth that defines everything in your life. When your mind is in control, you can accomplish miracles. But when it's not, it becomes the very thing holding you back. I've lived through both sides of that coin. I remember early in my career, I was told time and time again that I wasn't enough. I wasn't tall enough. I didn't have the right look. I didn't have the right connections. And if I listened to that, if I let those words settle in my heart and mind, I would have given up. I would have never reached the place where I am today. Your mind is where the battle starts, and that's where it can either destroy you or propel you forward. There are so many people out there who are more than capable of achieving their dreams, but they fall short because they've been defeated mentally. They tell themselves, I'm not good enough, or I can't do it, or I don't deserve success. But the real question is, where are those thoughts coming from? They're not from reality. They're from an uncontrolled mind, a mind that doesn't recognize its own power. Think about the times when you've been on the edge of success but doubted yourself. Think about the moments when you stopped short of greatness because your mind started playing tricks on you. It's not reality that stops you, it's the mental roadblocks you've put up yourself. Your thoughts control your actions, and when those thoughts are negative, they will guide you down a path of fear, failure, and frustration. But if you can shift that narrative, if you can change the thoughts in your mind, you change everything. This is where the power lies, in the ability to decide. You decide what your thoughts will be. You decide whether to give power to the negativity or whether to shut it down and choose a different path. When you learn to master your thoughts, you begin to master your life. Imagine that. The key to everything you want in life is in your ability to take control of your mind. It sounds simple, but it's one of the hardest things to do. The mind, in its natural state, is not calm. It's wild, it's chaotic, and it can feel like it's spinning out of control. But that chaos, it's not permanent. You can train your mind. You can discipline it to focus on the positive, on what's possible, on what's ahead, not what's behind. You don't have to listen to the stories your mind tells you about how you're not enough, how you'll never make it. You can change those stories. Every moment you spend controlling your mind is a moment spent creating a reality that reflects your true potential. When you take charge of your thoughts, you begin to see the world differently. Your perception of challenges shifts. What once seemed impossible becomes an opportunity. You no longer see obstacles as barriers, but as stepping stones. When you control your mind, you are able to focus on the things that matter, your dreams, your goals, your purpose. You no longer waste energy on the noise of negativity and doubt. Instead, you channel that energy into purpose-driven action, and that's where success is born. There's a reason why so many successful people talk about the importance of mindset. They know that without the right mindset, all the talent, all the hard work, and all the opportunity in the world will go to waste. Your mind is your most valuable asset. And when you learn to treat it like the powerful tool it is, there is no limit to what you can achieve. The idea of controlling your thoughts might sound easier said than done. After all, We all have those moments where our minds seem to have a mind of their own. They race, they wander, they dwell on the negative. But the truth is, your mind is not your enemy unless you allow it to be. It's time to recognize that you hold the power to control it. I remember standing in front of a room filled with people, unsure of what I was going to say next. My thoughts were a whirlwind. Doubt was creeping in, telling me I wasn't good enough for this moment. But in that moment, I decided to take control of my mind. I took a deep breath and chose to focus on the task at hand. I turned my attention to what I had to offer instead of listening to the voice in my head telling me I wasn't enough. The truth is, we all face that inner critic. We all have a voice that tells us we're not good enough, that we won't make it, that we'll fail. But here's the secret. That voice is not the real you. It's a product of fear, insecurity, and doubt, and it has no place in your success. You don't have to listen to it. The moment you learn to separate yourself from that voice, the moment you realize that it's not you, but just a thought, is the moment everything changes. You are not your thoughts. You are the observer, the one who has the ability to choose which thoughts to entertain and which to let go. To master your mind is to create a habit of catching those negative thoughts and replacing them with empowering ones. It's like training a muscle. You won't get stronger overnight, but with consistency, you'll notice the changes. Every time a thought of self-doubt arises, you have a choice. You can entertain it and let it take root, or you can challenge it. You can say to yourself, I am stronger than this thought. I can overcome this. And with each moment you do this, you are reshaping your mind, retraining it to serve you instead of sabotage you. But here's the thing. Mastery over the mind is a process, not a destination. You won't wake up tomorrow with perfect control over your thoughts. It requires daily practice. It requires commitment. And it requires you to recognize when your mind is starting to go off course and to bring it back. Every day, when you wake up, remind yourself that you are in control. Remind yourself that your thoughts do not define you. They are simply thoughts, and you can choose to either act on them or let them pass. When I was climbing the ladder of success, there were days where my mind felt like it was working against me. I've had days where I doubted my abilities, where I questioned whether I was doing the right thing. But the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not about how many times they doubt themselves. It's about how quickly they bounce back. It's about recognizing that doubt for what it is, just a temporary thought, and refusing to let it control the next move. There's no secret formula to controlling your mind. The key is awareness. The moment you become aware that you are slipping into negativity is the moment you take back control. It's like catching yourself before you fall into a trap. Once you recognize the pattern, you can break free from it. And the more you practice this, the easier it becomes. You begin to notice the patterns of your mind. When you're being overly critical, when you're feeding yourself doubt, when you're spiraling into fear. And each time you catch yourself, you get stronger. Each time you choose not to listen to that negative inner voice, you reclaim a piece of your power. Remember, the mind is a tool. It is yours to use, not to be used by. And when you decide to take control, to actively guide your thoughts, you are choosing the path to your success. You are choosing to step into your full potential, to stop being held back by the limitations your mind has tried to place on you. You don't have to be a slave to your thoughts. You can master them. You can choose to lead your mind, not the other way around. To break free from the grip of an uncontrolled mind, you must first understand that freedom begins with discipline. It's not enough to simply acknowledge that your mind is out of control. You have to take action. You have to put in the work to change it. Freedom doesn't come from wishing for it. It comes from making it happen through consistent effort. When I look back at the times I was struggling to break free from the negativity, I realize it wasn't an instant shift. It wasn't some magic moment where everything changed. It was a process, a daily commitment to getting better, to choosing better thoughts, to pushing through those moments when everything seemed impossible. It was showing up even when I didn't feel like it. It was getting up after every fall, refusing to stay down, and saying, I will not be defeated by my own mind. This is the challenge we all face, to stay disciplined in the face of mental resistance. There will be days when your mind will try to tell you that you're not good enough, that you can't keep going. There will be days when it seems like the weight of self-doubt is unbearable. But those are the days when you must push through. Those are the days when you must rise above. Discipline means sticking to your path even when the mind wants to lead you astray. It means doing the work even when it's uncomfortable. You need to have a routine, a set of practices that center you every day. Whether it's meditation, journaling, or just taking time for yourself in silence, you need to find something that allows you to regain control. It's about finding what works for you and sticking to it. When you start each day with intention and purpose, when you begin with the mindset that you will not let your thoughts control you, that's when you start to break free. Each act of discipline is a small victory over the chaos in your mind. And over time, those small victories add up to something huge. Consistency is key. It's the simple acts done repeatedly that create lasting change. You can't expect to control your mind by doing something once in a while. It's about making it a part of your daily life. You've got to be relentless in your commitment to your mental well-being. Every day is a chance to show up and choose discipline over chaos. It's in those moments that you're building a mind that works for you, not against you. There will be times when you want to quit. There will be times when the temptation to give in to fear, doubt, or negativity is strong. But this is where your true power lies. In the moments when you refuse to give up. In those moments, you need to remind yourself of why you started. Remind yourself of your goals, your dreams, the life you want to create. When you refuse to let your mind control you, you create a mental strength that will carry you through anything life throws your way. The true test of character is not in avoiding the challenges, but in facing them head on and refusing to be defeated. And here's something else. Don't expect perfection. There's no such thing as a perfectly controlled mind. Your mind will wander, you will have setbacks, and you will face moments of weakness. But that doesn't mean you failed. It means you're human. What matters is that you get back up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward. It's not about being perfect. It's about being persistent. It's about getting up every single time you fall and saying, I will not let this defeat me. I will keep going. Ultimately, the key to moving forward, to breaking free from your mind's limitations, is to embrace the process. This journey of mastering your mind will take time. It will take patience, commitment, and persistence. But every day you choose discipline, every day you decide to move forward, you are taking another step towards freedom. You are moving closer to the person you were always meant to be. The person who controls their mind, their thoughts, and their destiny. That's the power you hold. And that's the power you can tap into every single day. Keep going, because your future self is waiting for you to take control. Today, I've shared with you the truth that your biggest enemy is not the world around you, but the uncontrolled mind within you. And I've also shared the good news. You have the power to take control. The battle is not over some distant goal or the challenges you face outside. It's within you. Every single day, in the thoughts you allow to take root, you are not powerless. You are in control. Every single moment, you have the ability to choose your thoughts, to choose your reactions, to choose the path that leads to your success. Discipline, consistency, and courage are your tools. When you learn to master your mind, there is no limit to what you can achieve. You have within you the strength, the resilience, and the power to break free from the chains of self-doubt, fear, and negativity. So, I challenge you right here, right now. Take control. Don't let your mind be the enemy. Take the reins. Step into your full potential and start living the life you were always meant to live. The power is within you, and it's time you claim it. Let's go out there and rise above. Let's conquer our minds. Let's make it happen.